Audio Jungle.
Hello and welcome to K9Q432 Univision Telemundo NBC Nightly News. My name is Jesus Mendoza. It is a pleasure to be here.
And I'm Eli Garza.
We kick off tonight's news from Arkansas. Most churches have been severely impacted by recent bans on large gatherings, but not the Episcopal Church. Local parishes across the country reported no change in audience once the ban went into effect.
News coming out of Florida, a church started a drone assembly project. When asked for the reason behind the task, Pastor Billy Ray Jepson stated, "We are sending them to each home to verify that the congregation stands, sits, raise their hands, clap their hands, and greet their neighbors when I ask them to." What a great pastor.
The CDC is suggesting lots of weird ways to avoid contacting coronavirus, such as washing your hands and not licking doorknobs. These methods sound kind of science-y, so we are immediately suspicious of them. Sure enough, it seems the best way to avoid getting infected is supernatural. Many have found that if you put Chick-fil-A sauce on your doorpost, the virus will pass right over you and your household.
In other news, to provide a more authentic atmosphere for families forced to worship at home, thanks to coronavirus fears, churches like Bayside, Centerpoint, Crosspoint, Grace Point with an E, High Point, Life Point, Crossbridge, Crossings, Crossroads, The Bridge, CTBC, AD, graciously donated fog machines to their members for worship this past Sunday. At his press conference last night, President Papi Trump told everyone to stay hydrated and drink lots of water. Media reports with the headline, "Trump tells Americans to drown themselves."
After state governments across the country directed their citizens to shut down their businesses and just kind of hope things worked out, a new order has been issued. Everyone is to jump off a building immediately.
In other news coming from Arizona, in Backwaterton, local man Rayford Williams has been in a coma for the past 2 months. So he was excited to get back to his church family. Unfortunately, he was totally unaware of the COVID-19 outbreak, which has caused most churches to move their services online. And I quote, "Oh man," he said as he walked into the empty church building on Sunday. "I knew I should have paid more attention to that Kirk Cameron movie, assuming he had missed the rapture." In an attempt to reach a younger audience of millennials, preacher Joel Osteen has released a brand new book entitled "You Can Even." Sorry. That one got me a little bit.
Upon learning that in an upcoming film in which his character is required to say a mild cuss word, Christian actor Kirk Cameron confirmed in an interview Wednesday that he has hired a stunt double to say the word instead.
Wow, what a story. I have another one coming from the man himself, Justin Bieber, who has had one of his most recent moments of turning back to the Christian faith. Justin Bieber just re-released his entire discography, adding the word Jesus in place of words like baby and girl.
News from the Vatican. After picking up a brand new Pope hat at the Vatican City Lids retail shop, Pope Francis reportedly elected to leave the New Era 5950 factory sticker on the rim of the cap in order to garner street cred with local youths.
Marvel just announced a new trailer for an upcoming Avengers film, and Christians across the nation were ecstatic to see that Larry Boy, Story's superhero of the VeggieTales franchise, will be joining the super team for the first time.
And finally, Baptist believers have reported that they are utterly delighted to learn that they can now wear full face masks at the liquor store, preventing anyone to recognize them.
More news coming from the board game world. Hasbro has announced the new version of Monopoly will be released where all rents will be suspended until further notice. In addition, the board game will now give players $1,200 for passing the ghost space. Gosh, oh, shit. I should have read it because that one got me. Okay.